Hey guys, back again with another knife review. Got a little something different today. We're going to look at this machete. Not only a machete, but a KUKRI. KUKRI style machete is obviously going to be different as opposed to being a straight machete coming out. It is going to have this curve and this swoop. And I will say that most regular machetes have more of a use as a camping, survival, kind of outdoors use. But it's not that you can't also use a regular machete in a more tactical or self-defense way if you had to. But these are actually designed a little bit more geared toward tactical and self-defense. As a matter of fact, I believe it's Napoli's, maybe. They actually, still to this day, still issue their army soldiers, all get issued a standard KUKRI, I believe, along with their guns or what have you. So just to give you an idea, that this definitely would be geared more towards the fighting style than a regular machete. As you guys know, I generally try to collect mostly tactical-based knives and things. This is obviously by SOG or SOG. This one's coming in at right around $40. Probably find it on sale as low as like $30, and you might could see it marked up as high as $50, $45, $50. But this is something that you can find on like Blade HQ, Knife Center. They also carry this at like Bass Pro. And there's, I'm sure, probably some other retailers that would, if they carry machetes or anything, that would carry this one. Let's first look at the sheath it comes with. This sheath is super nice. Like, I mean, it's like a nylon sheath, but it is really thick, really heavy duty with the rivets and everything. It obviously has the zip up on it and also the extra protection with the Velcro that comes over. I mean, when this thing's in here, like it's in here. And then of course the handle wrap up here. Most machete sheaths do. So yeah, it also has the belt carry if you want to do that. So that's the sheath. Really nice sheaths on these for sure. Now the blade itself. So the handle, I believe they call this a Creighton handle. I would definitely consider it to be rubberish, but maybe slightly. It's more hard though. It's not real soft. So it almost has a rubberish, plasticky feel, slightly, to be honest. It does have a pretty good little pattern going here. I like the kind of digital fade out that it does there, is really cool. You also have a lanyard hole in back here if you want to go that route, as well as this little nubbin down here, which is actually metal, and that you can use to, if you need to grind something up, or obviously you could hit with it. It could definitely be an attitude adjuster. That sucker is actually pretty dang sharp. But I know in the field, I've seen people, like grind up to make like real fine kindling from like wood and stuff like that. So it does have that. And then you do have a little bit of an extra finger grip here. And getting into the blade, here's what I think is kind of cool, is you actually have like a finger choil. A lot of the machetes, including one of the other ones I have, definitely just no finger choil at all. But there's definitely a finger choil on here, which is really neat. Really, you can choke up and definitely feel like you get a little bit more kind of control of it altogether. This one is called the SOGfari. You can obviously see that KUKRI curve going on and the sharp edge of the blade. And to the point. Now, I will say this point, it's not too far off from a lot of my regular folder EDC knives, like Civivis and things like that. I also did do some paper cutting with this, and it did pretty dang good, considering that's generally not what you use a machete for. I do like the black coating. Seems like it was done really well. And it's also got this sawback teeth here that, as you can see, they're each one's sort of offset. I'm more of a collector than I am a user of most things, other than some knives that, just EDC, everyday stuff that you might cut, box open, mail. But I did watch a lot of reviews on this and a lot of people using it. And so that's why I'll tell you the good and the bad. The good was they did say that they felt like it was weighted really nice. And it does have a good weight. And it is pretty good and top heavy or front heavy like a machete should be to help you, with your chop. And there was really no complaints about the sharpness or much of anything on this across the board generally. But there was some complaint about the saw teeth getting caught up when you try to use them and really almost having to only pull it at you instead of being able to go back and forth. The saw teeth, for a lot of people, they kind of just wish they would almost just left it off of there. Especially this being a little bit more tactical, but I think SOG was just trying to make it a little bit more of a universal use machete, KUKRI rather. So that is the only thing that I've seen that had some somewhat negative complaints. But if you're not going to use this for like a survival or camping, or even if you do, if you don't really use a saw that much, then I don't even think I'd worry about it. Because for this price and availability, the fact that you could walk in, to your local Bass Pro and just pick this up for like $35-40, I mean, it's kind of hard to beat. And then actually have a tactical, fightable, protectable type KUKRI there, I think is a pretty good deal. SOG in general, as you know, they're known for being pretty sharp, being pretty tactical. Most all their stuff is more tactical based. And they have a good name behind them. There's generally not a whole lot to a machete or a KUKRI. But I can tell you what, absolutely love this thing. I would buy this over and over and over again for the price, and just honestly ignore the sawback. Or I figure even if you did get stuck out with a sawback, I mean, you got some reason you had this and you got stranded, you might be thankful to have any damn saw on you. So that's the SOGfari KUKRI machete. Highly recommend. And once again, I thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.